Wow, look at that, man. How you guys doing?
Right.
You look
Yeah,
like,
let me
hey,
put up the volume. Um,
you look pretty sharp there, Mr. R.
hey,
That's a
so
nice
you know,
tie you got on there.
well,
Uh-huh.
it's off. Okay, it's off. Okay.
Okay,
And
great.
so, let me do an intro, Dave,
Okay.
and I'm gonna record this,
Okay.
your podcast,
Okay.
and then I'll share it out. So if you want to share it out with your friends.
Okay.
So, quiet. All right. So we have the expectations already. Here we go.
Okay.
Welcome to another edition of Fifth Grade Connections. This is Mr. R and Room 17 students, aka Eagle 17. And today is January 22nd, 2014. And here we are, celebrating MLK Day 2014. And with us today, our special guest, DangerMan. So DangerMan, hey there.
Hey there. How you doing, Mr. R in Classroom 17?
Doing great.
Good. I'm glad to be here on this MLK celebration week, okay? And glad to be here. This is another DangerMan moment, and to be able to connect with you guys on such an important important week, okay?
Awesome. Hey, DangerMan, before we get started, we wanted to see if you can tell us kind of about the background story, the behind story of DangerMan. How did DangerMan come to be? And so tell us about that.
Okay, guys. Well, almost 16 years ago, 1998, there was a family that was taking their 4-year-old daughter to a birthday party on a Saturday morning. And en route, they were headed to East LA. They got lost, okay, and got off the highway, the 10 freeway, and started going through some back alleys. And while going through these back alleys, a bullet went through their back window and killed their 4-year-old daughter. So I didn't even know these people. I heard it on the news, and it just hurt my heart, because I've always worked with done work with crime victims and people that were that ended up in the wrong side of a victim's hand. So a perpetrator's hand. So I said, wow. I said, here we are in America, the greatest country in the world, and our kids are in danger. So I knew right then I wanted to do something about it, to make this world, to make this city, to make this country a safer place for our children, to keep our children out of danger. So through that, I wanted to think from, well, what can I do, and it just didn't come right away that I became DangerMan, through a series of steps. And in fact, I even went to go see, there was a movie I went to see called Long Kiss Goodnight with Samuel Jackson and Gina Davis, in which Samuel Jackson, who was a private investigator, went through a lot to help this lady, and he went through a lot. And I came out of that movie theater and I said, wow, Samuel Jackson was in danger. He was like a DangerMan. He got shot and blown up and run over by a car and everything, okay? And I used to be a private investigator for 16 years. So, I saw what he went through. So I said, that's where I came out with the name DangerMan. And then I went on to develop some programs. And our first program was Guns and Kids Don't Mix, where I went around in communities talking to kids about guns and kids don't mix. Let's get the guns out of our schools. And gun training, and let kids know that guns are nothing to play with. They're not toys. And that's what started it.
It's interesting you mentioned that, DangerMan, because I was sharing with my students that's how I got into contact with DangerMan. After Sandy Hook and the tragedy on December 14, 2012. And then how we did last year, the Guns Don't Mix message, and you were able to come down out to our school and get that message out.
That's right.
So that's really super cool. So listen, I don't want to take a lot of your time.
Okay.
Can you tell us what you've done this year for MLK and to the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr., not only for African Americans, but all Americans? So what have you been up to that has to do with MLK?
Okay. Well, this year I've been participating in a lot of the events that have to do with service, helping like clean up different neighborhoods, help some seniors, get groceries, and just trying to spread Dr. King's message, okay, about his message about nonviolence, and that making sure that all people, had the same rights, the same equal rights, okay? And so, that's what that's really what I'm about anyway, not just on MLK weekend or MLK Day, but, during the whole, during the whole lifetime, every day, 365 days a year, okay? So like Dr. King, I too have a dream, okay? I have a dream my dream is that our kids will not have to face danger, and we'll have education, and we'll have safety and good health, okay? That's my dream. And that we'll stop this gun violence. So Dr. King has been really an inspiration to me as well.
Great, and I know that you've been out in the community participating in community events. So tell us, what's your highlight or your best event for this year? What did you do? I noticed the mural out there on MLK Elementary, but tell us, what is your highlight from 2014 MLK Day?
Well, I was in the parade yesterday, the MLK parade, and got to meet, I probably shook over 2,000 or 3,000 hands as I was walking down through the parade, and took pictures with people, and telling people who I am and what my mission is, So it gave me really a chance to share with the public, because I'm about customer service. Okay, I have a business. I'm a real life superhero, and so my thing is about customer service, and my customers are the people. Okay, the people of the city of Los Angeles, the people of the United States, and the people of the world. So I share with them. I'm of service, and it's about service and whatever I can do to help make their plight a little better.
That's so very cool. So DangerMan, this week we're heading into a national campaign called No Name Calling Week. And so this message about bullying and being against bullying. So I wanted to see if you can do one of your famous DangerMan moments and give us your message about bullying and being against bullies.
All right.
You want to do that for us?
Yeah, okay. All right. Here we go. So bullying, and this is really something that's really gaining a lot of momentum now, okay? Because there's been so many young people that have been bullied and then ended up taking a gun and going into a school or a department store somewhere or a theater, unleashing their their rants, okay? And so bullying, we want it's an important message about being not, don't be a bystander, okay? All right, but be an upstander, okay? Don't observe something and just go on about your business. If you see something, say something, okay? If you see somebody being bullied, one of your classmates or a kid on your block, okay, you need to say something. You can say something then, or take the message on to your principal, your teacher, your parents, a police officer, okay? And don't just stand by and say, oh, okay, or put it on your iPhone or your cell phones and, and wiggle your head around, okay? Because these are your friends. These are your classmates, okay? Your relatives, okay? Bullying is something that is not tolerated, that we should not tolerate. Don't take advantage of other people and try to push yourself around and be like a big guy, all right? Have passion and compassion for your classmates and your friends, and look out for one another, because we are our brother's keeper. Remember that. We are our brother's keeper.
So, DangerMan, one of the ideas we're going to explore this week has to do with bystanders, and what a bystander is, and then the idea of becoming an upstander. Can you tell us more about that? Okay.
A bystander is someone who just stands around and doesn't do anything. Just, okay, oh, wow, okay, oh, he's being bullied, okay. And an upstander is one who takes a position not to let that go on, okay, and not do something, but to stand up to be an upstander and say, hey, I'm not putting up with this, okay? This is not the type of behavior that I'm going to condone, and is going to say something and even help that person, help your cousin, your friend, or your classmate.
And going on that idea, sometimes it's hard to understand like MLK and Martin Luther King as a real person, especially because it happened so long ago. And can you tell us why would he be considered like an example of an upstander? What was going on during his lifetime, and how is he the best example, one of the best examples of being an upstander?
Well, Dr. King, being an upstander, he went to jail. You know, when they wouldn't let people of color eat in these cafeterias and lunch counters, okay, and wouldn't let them go to school, okay. Dr. King went out and the dogs, the police dogs, the police called the police dogs out and took hoses and turned water on them, okay. And so and he told the people, he said, look, he said, we're not going to fight them. This is non-violence. We're not going to bring any guns, any sticks or anything, okay, and we'll go to jail for what we believe in, okay. That's what, if you believe in something, they say if you don't believe in something, then you're not living for nothing, okay. You got to believe in something, and you got to stand up for what you believe in. And Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. stood up. He was willing to go to jail. He was willing to get dogs sent on him and to get fire hoses put on him.
Wow, that's great. So I want to make a special invitation, Danger.
Okay.
We're going to do some activities this week here at Humphreys Avenue Elementary in East LA. And I would like to invite you this Thursday for kind of our celebration culmination. So you can tell us that message about being an upstander.
Great.
What do you think?
Excellent.
That something you'd be able to do?
I'd love to do it, yes.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, so DangerMan, any more words for today as we wrap this up?
Well, guys, just to wrap this up, let you know that be an example, okay, and always look for an opportunity to be of service and to help make the world. Don't as John F. Kennedy, President John F. Kennedy said, don't ask what the country can do for you, but ask what you can do. Ask what you can do for your country. And this has been another DangerMan moment.
Awesome. All right, guys, let's say bye. Okay. Everyone, say bye.
All right, guys. All right.
Okay. This has been another edition of Fifth Grade Connections with our special guest, DangerMan. Until next time, bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Thank you, guys.
Catch you later. We'll see you on Thursday.
Looks good. Okay. Thank you. All right.
Take care. Bye.
That's it. Okay.